invite to participate in this. When you heard of the Black Man series, what was the first thing that came to mind?
I don't know. I was like a bit like conflicted because it's like I understand why there isn't any talk about like this because we are trash. So, so that was my first thing. I was like, but then I also understand the importance of that. Maybe like some people need to start seeing better examples of us because we are out there as well. So it's like that was my first like initial thing. I was like, but then yeah.
Okay, and how does it feel to be a black man in South Africa right now?
Yo, I don't know. It's a good space when you have a platform because you can then start doing better and start showing people that we can do better than our fathers did. That's the thing that I enjoy mostly like about it is that like we can actually set like more positive examples and then start to change the whole like generational thing that we've been doing for like centuries.
Changing the narrative.
Yeah, change the narrative, you know. So like that's what it feels like right now. Is that like if you're not part of the solution, then like what are you doing?
Yeah, got it. And so just in terms of all of that, I mean, you were talking about how now is an opportunity to sort of be a part of the solution and drive a change. What pressures do you face as a man? So these can be like broader societal or personal, however you want to interpret it, but what pressures do you face?
Well, like for me, like I come from like a single parent like household, so I've always seen like how like women are treated from a very like young age. So the pressure comes when you old and you go to varsity and then they start getting told like that's not manly. And I don't know like how it is because I've never had like a role model. So it's like that pressure is like when you've seen the other side and then you are part of that and then you like for instance like you treat a woman good, then it's like we knew or whatever, you know, it's like you're not like supposed to do things like that. So it's like that it's not really pressure, but it's like it's weird because it's like I don't know anything else. That's what I was taught. But then when you come into the world, or you go to when I went to varsity, that's the thing that happened for me. I realized that I wasn't man enough because I was taught like respect and all that shit. Oh, can I say?
I mean,
YouTube.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
So, just I'm just trying to think like, how did you maneuver all of that? Were there any insecurities involved in being a part of society, coming from your own context, and then having to sort of be amongst other people?
Well, like I've always been about like finding my people. Like whether it's like personally or career-wise, that's like my MO. So even with that, for me, it was like a thing of, okay, if I see something that I don't like or I see people that I don't really like gel with, I leave that. Obviously, sometimes it would be like altercations and shit. It's like, yo, like, you're better, and then from there I'd leave. So that's how like I sort of like maneuver around it. Like I feel like there are some people that are willing to learn, and there are some people that aren't willing to learn, and so I just have to like remain true in every sort of situation I'm in. So I try to do that. Like and like sometimes maybe that's like a disservice because there is something to be said about like us as men teaching other men. Like so there is that also that aspect as well. But some of these niggas don't listen. some of these niggas are full of shit, like for real. So it's like, I don't know.
I feel you. So you mentioned already that you grew up in a single.
Parent household.
Single parent. Was that your mom?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about your relationship with her?
Oh, we're super close. Like she's my best friend. Like we're cool. She tells me everything. She overshares. But like I appreciate that because like like she taught me like just like like I think I learned like my sort of like love language from her. Like she's very like there. So yeah, like shaped me. Like I am like my mom. Like like if you've met me, you've met my mother. So it's like one of those things. Yeah, but we're very close.
What is that love language?
Be there. Like no excuses. If you want to be there, you're gonna be there. If you tell someone that Yamtanda, like that's a package of things that you have to do, and then other things that you have to unlearn as well. So it's like she's always been like that, like always willing to be like, I'm sorry, you know, all these things that I learned as a kid, you know, like sometimes like I'd get into trouble for something I didn't do, and then she'd come and apologize, and she'd be there. And so it's like that thing of being there and not being scared of being there, because everyone is scared of being hurt, so we end up hurting other people. Like I was taught the opposite, like always like remain like true, and yeah, people will hurt you, but that's their karma, not yours.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And have you had any kind of relationship with your father?
Damn. Yeah. Relationship? No. I saw my father like 5 times in my life. He passed away when I was 11. So yeah, like I don't think I have like I've had like a relationship with him. But then afterwards, after he passed away, I felt like he just like fucked up everything, and then he decided to leave. So I was like, fuck that nigga, you know, and I hated him for like a long time. And then after a while, I don't know, I realized that the more I hated him, the more I started to act like him, because I was focusing on all the things he was doing wrong. So I decided to just like make this like cool version of my dad in my head, just so that I could have like peace. And then yeah, I forgave him and all that stuff, but I never really had like a proper like relationship with him.
Do you think that has in any way affected your relationships with other people or with women?
Yeah. Nah, cause like you never had it. So like it's like no, it hasn't, because I'm like I can't use it as any like form of reference because it wasn't there. I know that he was like when I like asked my mom about him, like, so those are the stories I know, and then I sort of like make up this thing I know he was like a player and all that shit, and it's like, so maybe it affected me in that sense, where I sort of treat women the way I would have wanted my dad to treat my mother. So yeah, that's like the only way that he's affected it, because I know my mom was really in love with him, but he was out here getting babies and shit. You know, like he was out here for real. So yeah, maybe that's it. But other than that, like I didn't know him
Enough.
Yeah.
And spoken a bit about your mom, but I just want to get a sense of what your opinion, thoughts are of black women in general.
Where do I start? Like, when I think of like black women, it's like, obviously I love them. Like type wise, I'm sorry, like I'm not really into, yeah. I'm not, like I stayed in Germany for 2 years. Something about Nubian queens, you know, like I love black women. I also think like they, like historically, there's been like a disservice to how we've like treated black women. Because the more I read up on history, the more I realize that like black women was like the god, like they were like Inyanga, and they were like Ama Isangoma, no, so they were like the most powerful people in the tribe. And then I don't know where it switched. Like that's the thing, like that I don't know where it switched, where it sort of became this like man, like superior thing like that I don't like. So I feel like it's been like a huge disservice, even not even like historically, maybe like with the apartheid and all those laws, but even like to the fact that that sort of leaked into the household and sort of damaged the household, like that. So when I think of like black women, I think of those things as well, of how I know everyone loves their mother, you know, but it's like, where the dudes at, you know, like like where, you know what I mean, like where are like all those people, like all like the other guys, the men, where are they, you know? It's like have we been trashed forever, you know? Have we been like treating, because we all come from women, you know? It's like that's the thing that hurts me, you know, like it hurts. And then I can't help, I'm a man, so yeah, I just try to listen. I don't even have answers, because I could do something that I think is okay. It's like, no, you know. So it's like I've always been in that space where I wanted to listen. First person I listened to was a black woman, you know, like, but nah, yeah, she had her own things where if I ask her about white people, she'd be like, she's scared, you know. And it's like, so it's all these things. It's like, so you not only are you facing like white supremacy, you're also facing male supremacy, and it's like, so it's like a double-edged sword.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah, you know, it's very layered and stuff, and it doesn't make any sense, because like we come from black women as black men, but we sort of adopt things that aren't ours, and I don't know, it's weird. So it's very complex. I don't even know like where to go with it. Like it's super complex.
Are there any like, does anyone come to mind as like a female that you admire?
My mother.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, my big sister as well. Even like women that I've dated, it doesn't mean just because it didn't work out that they weren't great people. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you see a lot. Like you see, like I'm always like, I like being a cheerleader. I'm a Taurus. I don't mind being at the back. like I like, and I think that's like one of the most like the dopest things to see, where like you go to varsity with someone, they pass, they become that thing, and you're there, and it's okay. Like it's like I'm just the guy that makes music. It's fine. But then like seeing like your person shine, like, I love that. Like I love that thing. It's just like, no, take all the spotlights. It's fine. It's yours. You know. So yeah, I guess I admire my mom, but I also like there's a lot of like young women that are doing things that are really inspiring. You know, I started Muzi Mondays because I saw black girls doing makeup tutorials. I was like, oh snap, they can do it. So let me implement that. Let me like get inspired and then do that with music. So
what qualities would you say, you know, in those women? What was it about them?
Well, it's the fearlessness. You know, like you're faced with like so many things, some that I don't even know because I'm a guy. Like you're faced with all these things, and through that you still find a way out. So it's like, damn, you know, what's not inspiring about that? You know, what's not inspiring about finding a way to maneuver through all the bullshit?
Can you complete the sentence? A man has to be?
Teachable.
Are we done?
We're done.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool.
Wait. Not done.
Oh, okay. I thought we were done with that one. All right. Sorry, my bad.
So, I mean, I don't know if you were, but because you spoke a bit about this, like, you know, influences from other people, yet kind of sticking to what you were taught, how you were raised. But what would you say to a younger you, who, I mean, generally as teenagers or, you know, when we were younger, we're more impressionable and going through all these things, trying to fit in. What would you say to a younger you about what it means to be a man?
Don't listen to your friends. I'd say that, yeah. Like I had, you start off trying to fit in, and then you end up with like friends that aren't friends. It's just like you guys maybe have two things in common. Oh, you like Dragon Ball Z? Oh, me too. You know, let's be friends. You know, but it's not really like real. And then you grow, and then like, yeah. So I yeah, just don't listen to your friends.
Last question.
Yeah.
If you, so complete the sentence, if you really knew me, you would know that.
I'm a trier. I try very hard. Yeah.